Paul Mauro here, Smart Financial. Thanks for subscribing to the channel. If you haven't yet, mash the button below. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter and all that. And every time we release one of these videos, we'll shoot you a free copy of Smart Financial Grandparenting or my recent book, Smart Financial Longevity Planning. And if you want to wait about 2 months, you can get Smart Financial Wealth Building, which is in the oven right now. Let's talk a little bit about something that hit the news today and has to do with mortgages and real estate. Wow, the real estate market is getting really tense, and I'll tell you the reason why. The builders that we're talking to have a hard time finding, number one, labor. Of course, this has a lot to do with what's going on in immigration in America. And number two, Canadian lumber. Okay, what's happening? To one builder that we just spoke to, the cost of building a house is going to go from $250 a square foot to $300 a square foot. That's number one. Number two, folks, mortgages are 30 years at a little less than 7%. This is not a hellacious rate. Now, you need to put this in perspective, and if you want to, you can go online and Google the history of 30-year mortgages. And for those of us that have bought a lot of real estate over the years, I paid as much as 10, 12, 16, or 8, whatever. And of course, there was a dip when we got mortgages for 2 or 3%, but that wasn't reality. This is more reality. If you can get a 30-year mortgage for 6 and change, let me just say this is a great time to get one. By the way, getting the real estate is going to be something, because I think with the slowdown in building supplies and the slowdown in building labor, 40% of the labor that builds construction is immigrant labor. 40%. And right now, because of what's going on in America with immigration, right, every single person in the building business says the same thing, that they can't get help, they can't get help, and they can't get help, right? That means they're going to have to pay more to get people to do the work. That more payroll is going to go into the price of the homes. So let's just talk about what you ought to do. And we'll use the example of a $2 million property. Now, of course, this is all relative to where you are in America. A $2 million property in New York and San Francisco and LA is average. A $2 million property in Akron, Ohio is probably 4 times normal. But let's just use a $2 million example because the math is really easy. So let's just say you go out today and decide, all right, I'm not going to wait anymore. I'm going to get that house that we planned on. We're going to upgrade. We've got 4 kids and 3 bathrooms and we need more space. Okay. Don't wait. It doesn't make any sense to wait. There is no reason to believe that real estate is going to go down dramatically over your lifetime. There's a lot of reasons why, as long as women keep having babies, that we have a short supply of real estate. So get the house that you want. Living in it, you're going to get that residential dividend. That means that compared to renting somewhere, you're in your own home. You're paying a mortgage. Yes, you're going to put money down and you're going to pay a mortgage. And let's just say your mortgage costs you $20,000 a year. $200,000 a year. If you have a $2 million house and it's going up at 5 or 6% a year, that thing's going up at $120,000 a year. So really, you're controlling a huge asset, only putting down 20%. So this is the leverage of buying real estate. But the real story about today is that I wouldn't wait. I wouldn't wait to get the home that you want. Also, don't be in one of these tragic situations where you spend so much time saving up to get a house that by the time you get a house with a great basement playroom and a great pool in the backyard and a great kitchen, the kids are gone. Let's take advantage of the years when the kids are in the house with you and you want to have a big house. Now, if you're a single person and you're just looking to move your condo lifestyle around or something, it's a different story. But what I'm really talking to are the families that are in their starter home and they've been waiting to basically move up from that first little ranch-style house with 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom to something that will accommodate your 5-person family, all right? I would not postpone the transaction anymore, especially because of the news today. And the news today is this: construction prices are going up for 3 reasons: lack of labor, lack of wood, and then the third thing that was announced yesterday was the aluminum tariff. Do you know how many parts of a modern home take metal studs? Metal goes into everything in building a house. The cost of aluminum going up is going to roll right into the house cost. So this is going to be, unfortunately, very inflationary, and it's going to affect people that are buying houses. Now, if you already own a home and you love it and you've had it for a bunch of years, don't feel like you have to rush out and make a real estate transaction just for fun, right? It is a great time to upgrade. It's a great time also to downsize, because if you're an older person and you've got a house in a great neighborhood with great schools, you've raised your kids, they're off and gone, this is a really good time to take advantage of the fact that the inventory is light, which drives the prices up for the resale of an existing home. So for those of you that are retirees, this is a very synergistic sort of like relationship. You want to sell to go to a Shady Acres retirement home. The young people want to buy to raise their kids in your house and go to that great grammar school and that middle school, right? So this is the time where it's very easy for people to put the deal together. And as I said, mortgage rates are not outrageous. Don't sit around waiting for mortgage rates to go back to 3. This is a big financial mistake, okay? If the mortgage rates go back to 3, you can refinance in the future, right? So if you get a mortgage that's 6.5% for 30 years, that doesn't mean you have to pay it for 30 years. People get all hung up about this, right? If mortgage rates go down in the future, you'll refi down. So get the home of your dreams. Control a big asset by putting 20% down. Okay, you'll have a large mortgage payment, and okay, the house is going to go up by a lot of money. The nationwide average, by the way, they just published this at about 5%. So homes in America, this is the average. In great neighborhoods, they're going up by more than that. So if I buy $1 million house, it's going up 50 grand a year. Okay, that's 50 grand a year of appreciation of your net worth. And if you buy $1 million house, you put down 20%, and you're paying that mortgage for $800,000, guess what? That mortgage for $800,000 only costs you about $40,000 a year. So you're making money every year. I'm a big believer in taking action now. So for those young families, that's really who I'm talking to. For those people that want to upgrade, and that people want to put their house on the market to downsize, this is a great time to take advantage of these two things that are going on in the marketplace. Construction costs are going up. So folks, if you own a house and you're going to downsize and sell it, it makes it more valuable, okay? It makes it more valuable to the young couples because the builders are going to be paying more to build new houses, right? I'm Paul Mauro. This is Smart Financial. If you're subscribed to the channel, we'll keep you up to date on things that are hot topics that are coming up in the news of money. This is a very big bit of news for those folks that are at both ends. The millennials that are raising their families and the boomers that are getting out of their houses. This is all very positive and all very good news that these two things can come together at this time in history. And that's just the art of being smart. I'll see you again next time on Smart Financial.